What's the deal, y'all? We in the back house with another one for you, man.
Another one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got Guy Glasses Malone in the building, y'all. Give it up.
Talk your talk, G.
Appreciate
Talk your talk. Appreciate you for popping
man,
up.
for real.
Good, man. It's all good.
You know what it is. We talk, G.
Yeah.
Tell them what it is. If they don't know you, talk to them.
Yeah. Let them know.
They know.
They know.
Okay.
Old nigga off the east side that made good.
Uh-huh.
Facts. So what's the deal, man? How you feeling today?
I'm cool, man. Just it's funny when you listen to music, and shout out to my people on ADHD. It's real popular, like social group that talk about hip hop on Clubhouse and on Twitter.
Yeah.
And just listening to them talk about did an artist reach their potential or not. And I'm like, potential is such a strange word. I remember somebody really close to me said there's no such thing as potential.
Yeah.
Potential is like what you think you would do if you were somebody else in that position.
Mm-hmm.
And they were saying, did Jewel's reach his potential? And I'm like, Jewel's got smash hit records.
Yeah.
He got a gold album. That's successful in the music business.
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
What else did you think he was gonna do?
Right.
Yeah.
After that, everything is just fun, low key. Like we just.
Once you get a gold single or platinum single is cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that is the business. We in the record business. But when an artist goes gold or platinum, like the album, they've officially broken through into the mainstream. You know what I mean? They broke from the underground into the mainstream. They broke through the cement. So I don't know. Like they talking about it like that wasn't like successful enough. And I'm like, nigga, you lucky.
Yeah,
you
be lucky to get there. Yeah, for sure. But see, I understand that. You know, success is different to different people. You know, and some people see. Me getting 300,000 views on something. Oh yeah, we made it. And it's like you putting a cap on yourself because, like you said, if I love doing this, if I love making music, and I get a gold album, after that, nigga, it's just fun because we did something a lot of people can't do.
Yeah. You can set your own metric for success. Like shit, I used to sell Sherm every day before I started making music.
Right.
I was gangbanging selling Sherm, man. Now I'll never have to sell drugs again. You know what I mean? I created an opportunity, but I don't got a gold album.
Yeah.
Shit, there's business, there's successes in the record business, and then there's successes as human beings.
Yeah.
Like I succeeded as a person.
Yeah.
But then in the record business, like a gold or a platinum album, not a song, a single, but an album, and that's incredible. You know what I mean? And that should be, to me, every artists should target that if they're in the record business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Outside of that, it's people that's in the music business that just want to make a living.
Let me tell you something. My boy said he ain't never got to go back. He made this shit. He made it. You ain't never got to go back to the streets. You made it.
Speaking of albums, man, talk about your new album that just dropped, man.
Yes, sir.
Loc Glasses Malone is here. We got the signed copy.
So really, that was an album from 2008. And when I got into business right around that time, there was no Spotify, there was no Apple, there was no Tidal. It was only, you know what I'm saying, CDs. iTunes was just coming around. YouTube had just started.
Yeah.
So a lot of my music right before Spotify and Apple and Tidal became a thing, it never made it to streaming apps. So I had to kind of put it over there, and I was like, I had learned so much since I've been in the business about making records, marketing, hip hop, that it was like now all of the ideas of when I first came into the business that I couldn't convey because I didn't have the information. Now I had the information. So it was like, okay, now I'm going to put Loc Glasses on streaming apps. But I'm like, damn, I know how to do what I was trying to do then when I didn't know.
Yeah.
So you end up making 8 or 9 new songs and shit and really reorganizing an idea so everybody can kind of consume what you're trying to translate through the music.
Yeah.
Where'd you come about with the name?
So when I first came into business, like I was so out there as people knew who I was, so like I was getting a lot of blowback from all of the legends on the West. You know what I mean? They was like, man, this nigga Glasses out of control. You would hear niggas saying Loc Glasses. Not to me, but you would hear it.
Yeah.
And so I just made them anthem, you know what I'm saying, to feel good about.
You on the freeways and everything. You see that? Yeah. You see that? I know you see that. They got you tagged up on the freeway.
So
but
when you make an album, because you just spoke on how like you try to make it all come together and shit like that. Mm-hmm. How do you grab the vision for that? You know, because like you said, you put in 10 to 12, 13 songs, and they all got to make sense in some way. So where do you get the motivation to actually do a whole?
So it could start off as just you just starting to make records, right? You just starting to make songs. Mm-hmm. And then you catch a wave, like you got a feel of what you're doing, like sonically.
Okay.
Or you could walk into it wanting to tell a story already.
Right. Facts. Okay.
It's like it's all storytelling one way or another. At least great album making. And great album making is either a really incredible sonic story or a story that you're telling through the songs. Yeah. And sometimes the best albums do both.
It's true. All right, so let's get into it, man. So where did the name Glasses Malone come from?
So my big homie Plug named me Glasses Loc. That's my name for 7th Street Watch for my gang.
Okay.
And it was meant as a joke, like people, because I couldn't see, I got bad vision, and I had a pair of glasses and I lost them. And I would always squint. Say like, man, where's your glasses? And then that became the joke when I got courted on. So, but you fight enough people, you know what I mean, you shoot some shit, you go to jail, you don't tell, your name starts to mean something. And then that name that's unique, I had put too much into that name to come up. Like I could have came up with a cool rap name and shit, like everybody else, you know what I'm saying? But I did too much being Glasses to let that just go and then start a whole new journey. Fuck that.
That's true.
Same person, you know what I'm
saying? How did speak on the Cash Money days and how that come about, and what was your first impression of Weezy and Birdman when you first met them and stuff like that? How was that for you?
So that play happened through Mac 10. Mac 10 had a relationship with Cash Money Records, and me and Mac 10 like hit it off right when we met. Like you could tell like we was on the same wave. Like he's in the low riders, you know what I'm saying? Like he in a lot of the stuff he would rap about was the stuff that, we was all doing the same thing. So we had an instant connection right when we met. Like I could see that he kind of knew exactly what I wanted to do and he could help me. And when he was starting to fish for a situation, he pitched it to Birdman, and Birdman just loved it the first play. So they wanted to do a deal, so they made the deal happen. And as far as tune, I met Wayne. It's funny because one of my homeboys from the mob, my homeboy Term was like, he was like, man, Glasses, I know you just did a deal at Cash Money. My young homie just told me I'm finna have him call you. I'm like, what the fuck is this nigga talking about? And Wayne calls me. He's like, yeah, the big homie Term, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you need on MO. I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying?
What the hell going on?
Yeah, that was the first time I talked to Wayne. And Stunner is just a player, man. Stunner is just,
you can tell.
What did that feel like for you? Like to know, like, damn, I'm talking to Tunchi.
It didn't really mean that much to me, man. Like, you got to realize, like, I'm probably a year or two older than Wayne, right? I came up on Juvenile, BG now, big time. So I always knew who Lil Wayne was. This was their little brother.
Yeah.
So even as he's making his charge through the music business, and he started, everybody talking about mixtape, I'm not listening to that shit. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Tune at the time, but I'm listening to the East Siders and all of that. Then I'm starting to make music. You know what I'm saying? So if I ain't off that East Siders or Dog in them or maybe some Jay-Z or some Scarface, I'm making my own shit. So Tune, Wayne wasn't in my playlist at that point. But I would hear niggas talking about him, like younger people talking about how dope he was.
Like me.
I didn't really trip. It was like, whatever. He ain't Juvie.
Right, I ain't hearing that.
He ain't Juvie, you know what I'm saying? Until I went to the studio, I was like, oh yeah, this nigga is better than that. So I had a respect for him as somebody that was in the record business, and he made rap records that I heard, but not like how I respected Jay-Z or Scarface and those guys. And that respect didn't come until I went to the studio with him and I saw it happening.
Yeah, okay.
You
You
know
met
what I'm
him
saying?
in person.
And he was already at this point, you know, Carter 1, Carter 2 is out, so he's already a multi-platinum artist. He already got all his buzz. And I'm still looking, okay, that's Lil Wayne, you know, that's cool, whatever. Like, that's Lil
Lil
Wayne.
Wayne,
Lil Wayne, you know
Wayne.
what I'm saying? Until I went in the studio and they was working, they had finished Like Father, Like Son, they shooting the videos. It's right when I signed the deal, and he's working on the Carter 3. And I'm watching him go through records. Like, I always have this expression, bro. I always say this. When I started with the gang with Chuck, right? And Black Wall Street. Shout out to Big Face and G-Rod, but I started with them through my boy Fosin, rest in peace. I always thought Game was the best rapper I probably would ever run into. Because Game was like a rapper.
He was the West.
You know what I'm saying? He was a rapping ass, MCing ass nigga.
Yeah.
So I thought he was about as good as he can be. You know what I'm saying? And forgive me, Chuck, but until I went to the studio with Wayne, then I realized everything that hip hop could be when it comes to rap. And when I tell you, man, like that, it was day in and day out. That nigga wiped the floor with niggas, man. He was just so good, bro. He was so great, and to this day, no matter who I've been in the studio with, I've never seen nothing as great as Lil Wayne.
How was it watching him in the studio?
It almost looked like a joke.
Damn.
Because it comes across too easy. You know what I'm saying? And
this is him. That's what he do.
Yeah, it's for real. Like it ain't like yeah, like
I'm coming for business mode.
And
it's muscle memory to him. So when you go in there, it's just like it's fun.
It's like watching Kobe shoot a shot.
Right.
You know he gonna, you know what I mean? Like
he gonna flash it every time.
Yeah, and it's like you can't people always ask me where do I'm like that nigga by far is like, yeah, he's for sure like one of them. Like niggas can't fuck. He's as good as he can be.
Right.
There's a couple dudes that's as good as it can be. Jay-Z is as good as Snoop can be. As good as it can be. Tune is as good as it can be. Nas, Face. You know, a couple guys are as good as it can be. You know what I mean? Prime Cube is as good as it can be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I always say that.
Busta Rhymes, LL Cool J, them niggas are as good as it can be. And Wayne is by far as great as hip hop can be. Like you can only get as great as Lil Wayne.
Right. So who was your big who have you worked with where it was like you feel me like, oh shit, like I'm working like have you ever had like one of them artists or anybody like this?
Raphael Sadiq. Really on Glasshouse, I was bringing Glasshouse 1 to streaming platform, so I did this dope song. Raphael Sadiq was that moment for me. None of the stuff earlier because I kind of looked at rappers more like me.
Yeah.
You know, like I didn't really understand Snoop initially, like how great and how awesome what he was doing was. So I didn't really get into credit. Now as I learned about what hip hop was, it made me really see them differently.
Yeah.
But Raphael Sadiq, when we ended up doing a song that was like big, like that was crazy. That was like that meant something. That was like, wow, my mom loved this nigga.
Right, yeah.
Talk about the Blue Division days, the good old days.
Sure.
Man. And how everybody talk about how you just put the Bloods and the Crips together and everybody did that and this.
Oh yeah, nah, man. That just come from hustling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you was hustling, like you got money with whoever.
Yeah. Color, none of that matter.
Yeah, that shit ain't never matter. That don't matter in LA, man. All of that shit matter, bro. That don't matter unless you don't know a nigga.
Right.
As soon as you know a nigga, where you from, damn near go out the door. And so that's all Blue Division was. Blue Division was just an extension of what me and my brother was doing in the streets already. Just fucking with people, you know what I'm saying, doing business, hanging, just enjoying life. And it was just a bunch of people that came together with one vision.
So what was the dream before the music? Like, what did you want to do when you was like a young boy? Like,
I wanted to be a pharmacist.
A pharmacist?
Yeah, I wanted to go to Azusa Pacific and get a degree in pharmacy and open up a pharmacy and have a family and some kids and all of that and run a pharmacy.
Yeah, that's different.
And I had the grades, but the streets kind of caught me first.
It got to you first, huh?
Yeah. Crack got to me first.
So it was like you see on the movies where they be like, shit, my bills due right now. This school shit is cool, but...
Well, it was a little trickier, right? Because college costs money. Yeah. And I was living on my own. So, yeah, I guess it was somewhat bills due. But really, man, I just kept thinking like, damn, I'm making At that time on 117th, man, you could make on the curve, you can make $300-400 in a day, like profit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was like, damn, I'm finna go to school to make $60,000 a year, and I'm out here making damn near $60,000 every 3 months. It felt like, damn, just ignorant, just a kid,
young nigga,
just a kid, just not thinking of long term and nothing. Just it was right there, and it was like, oh yeah, this I'm making the same money. Not even thinking, damn, you can't do this forever. I don't even think I thought about what I was gonna do after.
I was my next question was gonna be, what was that moment? Was it the who you was in the room with that made you stop doing that, or what was that moment like when you was like, okay, I can comfortably stop doing this?
I caught a case. Well, probably about the 13th or 14th case. I caught this case, and it was a judge that was hella vindictive, like I had seen him before.
Yeah.
He looked at my record and he just thought I was some shit.
Like he was a monster.
Yeah, he was, and to some degree he was right. And the detectives, they was kind of, it was a bullshit case. It wasn't even a real case. It wasn't even a good case. Like
nothing big. Like
I came out of the yard, and at one time there was a specific abandoned house that everybody would hide their Sherman. And I came out of the yard, and I was being an arrogant asshole to some detectives, and they decided I was gonna go to jail. You know what I'm saying? So they picked me up at this house, and then they walked 3 houses down. They go pick up some Sherman out this abandoned house, and I'm thinking to myself, my fingerprints ain't on it. I get a DA reject, and the case ended up being way worse. Judge made it worse, changed the bail, and it just became this different journey.
Yeah.
And at that point, it was like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, I was ready to go to prison for years. Like, that never even scared me.
Yeah.
But this time, it felt like, damn, this is weird. You know what I mean? Like, they're trying to put me in prison. Like, now it's like, if you would have caught me doing something, maybe I felt different. But at that time, I was like, oh, yeah, the goal is for them to get me off the streets in the prison. They not even playing fair.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they like, for real, this is real. So,
yeah,
they was trying to give me 366 days, which at that time, if you got more than 365, you had to go to prison.
Yeah.
And even though, like a county head, I think you had to do 6 or 7 months off of it. Feel me? But even at that case, I probably would have did 3 to 4 months chino on a turnaround, which would have been easy, but I would have had a tail. I would have been on parole. And it all started making sense. You know what I mean? It was like, damn, so they're trying to put me in prison.
Yeah.
This ain't just them doing their job. It's like, this is no longer a competition no more.
It's over.
Now this ain't no rules. They playing dirty.
Over.
And and still at that point I wasn't scared, but it had never been as obvious as it was to me that day.
Yeah.
And I prayed on some bullshit. I didn't even mean the prayer. It was like, God, if you get me out of this, I'll never sell Sherm again. And I didn't even mean it. I remember not even really reinforcing the thought, but really making that prayer. And some bullshit happened, and the district and the public defender somehow got the case dismissed on some bullshit. And I remember walking out to the courthouse at that time, the courtyard at the Century Station on Imperial in Alameda, and thinking like, man, I'm finna go cook up some shine. I'm finna go get
Right back to it. Right
in the back of my head, I just kept hearing this voice like, said, if I got you out of this, you'll never say never do it again. And that kind of was the end. That was the last day.
That's dope. I'm happy for you because look where you at, man.
Yeah, it worked out.
And I want to, and I seen what we got on the album. I seen you said leave something for the bitches.
Oh, yeah, that's on Cancel.
Yeah, that's on Cancel. That's on the other album. Yeah. I want to talk about that one.
Real quick, because let's talk about Dwayne Wade and how he doing the nails and shit.
Oh, and I'm talking about that. Well, okay, you argue with that. You didn't know. So how you feel about artists wearing purse? Because you said I seen in another interview that you said that you could go any hood and you're not seeing nobody wear no purse or nothing. And that's true. You'll see that, and you'll see them. You'll be like, them tweakers. They tweak it. Like if you see somebody walking out Crenshaw with a purse, and dude, you gonna be thinking like, yo, he off something. He tweaking.
That conversation was rooted in hip hop being street urban culture personified through the arts, right? The arts of rapping or dancing or tagging or DJing.
Right,
That's what
right.
hip hop is. It's the culture right here.
Story,
Where sitting at.
yeah.
It's this area right here, the culture that's created in this specific area right here, personified through the art. So it's really the art voice. Yeah. Because before them dudes in New York gave us this thing that we didn't really have a way for the world to hear us. Yeah. You know what I mean? They only heard the representation that white people wanted to hear. You know what I mean? That they wanted to hear them if they gave black people a voice at all. Yeah. Hip hop gave us our first voice. And it was really important for me that people represent communities correctly. Yeah. And I don't like that every rapper, right, in the pursuit of marketing and success and you know, just conversation will do anything and misrepresent their community. Yeah. So that became my biggest thing. Like, you go to Atlanta, man, you don't see no bunch of fucking guys walking around with no fucking persons unless they, you know, are confused about, you know, maybe they think they're a woman, or maybe they getting fucked by some man, so they confused. Because it's even a weird space where you can, like, even if you gay, it don't make sense for you to wear a purse. Yeah. If you gay, you know you're a man and you like fucking men. Why the fuck are you wearing a purse? Yeah. You're not. But again, that's why I know it's a level of confusion, because why would you wear a purse? Yeah. Just if you gay, that means you know you're a man. You wouldn't have to call yourself gay if you didn't know you was a man. Yeah. If you thought you was a woman, you're not gay. I don't fuck what you got.
Yeah. And you said if you a nigga with a purse, what are you basically? If you a female with a purse.
You know what's crazy? Because I don't know if you remember that interview we did with KJ Cavante Jackson. Mm-hmm. He wanted to co-host on here, and he was saying that. He was kind of saying that same thing again. I understood it, but it's kind of clear now the way that you, because he was like, they trying to, because remember he said the rock star era, and he was like, it's a lot of artists that they trying to push to wear dresses and do certain stuff and wear purses and shit like that, and he like, they trying to switch what hip hop really is.
I think it's those people too, but I do think, you know, you look at some rappers, you know what I mean, like, and they're doing it just for the conversation. Yeah. And it's like, bro, that's the culture. Like, that's the only thing you can do for a conversation.
Yeah.
What rapper you talking about?
Yeah.
I saw Uzi do it recently. Uzi is a rock star, so I can't necessarily give him the burden of culture.
Drizzy too.
Drake does this thing where he paints his nails. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And he, you know, it's a lot of things to me they do for the sake of conversation. It is not truly them expressing themselves. Mm-hmm. They're just doing something to be in the conversation, which that's hip hop today. That's marketing in general. Right. But again, it's just like, because you represent a lot of people, influence. Like, no matter, even Drake, right? Like, I've said openly a million times that he's not a hip hop artist. He's a rapper. Yeah. He just makes rap songs. He's a pop artist that makes rap songs sometimes. No matter how much he's not hip hop, you still represent them struggling people in Toronto to everybody else. Yeah. So if they're not doing that, why would you false flag and false represent that? Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's just selfish as fuck, and it's irresponsible culture. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's, to me, when people, you can tell when people stop being the culture. They start being their own creations of silliness and shit. So I feel like hip hop is important, that I gotta represent. I don't just get the luxury to represent 117th Street. Yeah. I don't get the luxury of just representing Watts. I gotta represent niggas from 60s or 40s or 8 Trey. I gotta represent all these niggas.
Talk about, and I, how do you feel about your little homie, K-Dot? Yeah. Yo, look, you seen him from when he was damn near knee high to where he is now, and how do you?
How did you feel when Not Like Us dropped? That's my question.
Vindicated, like relieved. Yeah. Man, Dot has been like, Dot is a battle. Like, man, Dot has, like, we came up battling. And really competing. And there's this weird space in hip hop today where people don't want to compete, but you know, none of us recognize that space. We will compete anytime.
Yeah, right.
And I think there was a confusion on people's part that he wasn't ready to compete. So it was like, I kept telling them, when that moment happened and it's time for him to compete, y'all gonna see the best version of Kendrick Lamar, and they did see it.
Cause I ain't seen it like you seen it. You seen it and you. How was it when he was growing up and you would see him? Cause you know you his big homie. You saw that you would see him and he'll be like, oh yeah, let me in the studio. Like let me rap this.
Well, really, when I first met him, he was signing the Top Dog. Well, I met him. He was my homeboy, Baby Pat Dog, cousin from Funhood, Recipe, Baby Pat Dog. So I seen him in high school, but he was always like this really special kind of dude. I mean, he always wanted to learn. You know, he was willing to try a million things.
Mm-hmm.
Like he definitely put in his work and tested out styles. He like how Tupac, you ever heard the interview when Tupac like, I mastered this style, them niggas can't fuck me. That's him.
Yes.
That nigga that mastered niggas style. I mean, and he's a special guy, and to watch it happen for him, and I remember him shooting. We on tour, and he's shooting a video to Michael Jordan.
Oh, yeah, Michael Jordan.
You know what I'm saying? We on a tour bus, and he's shooting a video to Michael Jordan. And I remember that's when I started noticing so many people that like was paying attention to what he was doing. Yeah. That same exact tour, it was a guy. Shout out to my little brother Sermon. He had a blog called Sermon's Domain, and he wanted to interview me. And he always brings this up. That's why I'm bringing it up. And Sermon was like, man, Glasses, I want to interview. I'm like, man, you need to interview little K-Dot. This little dude, Kendrick Lamar, is tough. He's like, yeah, not yet, maybe. You know, give me a little bit more time. And he always brings that up to me. Like, you was trying to make me interview this motherfucker. And I did that on so many different tours. I mean, on different styles. Where I kept telling people, I'm like, y'all need to talk to him. Yeah. This little dude's going to be something. Now, did I think he was going to be that? This is a way different version of what I thought. You know what I mean? I thought he could be a platinum artist, but I didn't know he would compete for being the greatest hip-hop artist ever, you know, start to put himself into that category. He's in that category.
Yeah, right. That conversation.
You know what I mean? And to win this battle, you know, clearly, even though Drake isn't a hip-hop artist, he's still a fantastic. You know, when he wants to, he makes fantastic rap songs.
Mm-hmm. That's what
so. And he did beat Meek Mill in a battle, like so. He's more than
qualified.
Capable, qualified and capable opponent. Yeah, a champion in his own right. Mm-hmm. So to watch Doc just do him like that is just special.
Do you think that Drake could come back from that? And what do you think he needs to do if he was able to come back? Because I heard if he was,
I mean, come back. He'll never be able to come back to culture.
Okay.
See, like when I first met, and this is the crazy part. I remember when Drake got signed. I was signed to Cash Money.
Yeah.
Right.
So I remember when he came to the door. I remember this like, we signed this child actor from Nickelodeon. Mm-hmm. He's from Canada. Like that's how it was told to us. And I met him, cool, straight up, good, regular nice guy, like a Jewish guy, like a real Jewish guy, not like like he's a mixed guy. His dad's a brother, and you can see that he's a brother, but that ain't what he is when you're talking. Like you're talking to a real a Jewish man.
Yeah.
And hearing his records and thinking, man, this nigga is dope as a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I mean? So watching his rise has been crazy too. You know what I mean? Because I watched it happen. But
so I'm sorry if I cut you off because I got a question because
no worries.
So like I was telling him, when it comes to Drake, this is how I feel. I feel like a lot of people be like, oh, he can't rap with the culture, he can't represent the culture, whatever the case, whatever. But I feel like it's just like when you from the hood. We from, like you said, we from the east side. So we know if it's a nerd up the street, we get cool with the nerd. We showing what it is to really be from the hood or whatever the case. Now he moving like this, talking like us. So what I was telling him was, I feel like people can't say I could say he's not us. But if Lil Wayne brought him in under his wing, he then obviously showed him what it is to, be on the, because he went on tour with him. I'm pretty sure he brought him to the hood. He did this, showed him this. No, they never, no, you don't think so?
No, not the culture.
Right.
Like, people think hip-hop culture is about rapping. Yeah. No, the culture is what we live every day.
How we wake up.
And then that's the rap. That's what you rap about. Okay. Anybody can make a rap song. Okay. So did Tune take Drake to the mob? Most likely not.
Right.
I don't think he posted up in the mob Oh God, should have returned my vibe.
Yeah.
Free my nigga Mikey Rule, free the homies, you feel me? But
Right.
I don't think he posted up in the mob like that. And I mean, he was a successful dude by the time he got the Cash Money. He wasn't just like Glasses and shit who was like some nigga off the corner. This nigga was a Nickelodeon actor that was
already
doing every bit of 6 figures. You know what I mean? So I doubt
he even had
descended
to
the mob. You know what I mean? Once his shit happened. So, and it's different too. Like everybody from the hood is from the hood. It don't matter if you a nerd or you the thuggish nigga. We all got the same lessons.
Yeah.
You push on that nerd a little too much, you're gonna be in a fight.
Yeah.
Right. So.
That's true. And
there's a lot of places in regular America that, not a lot, but there's places where people teach you to stand up for yourself. Well,
yeah.
The Drake situation is just, hip hop is a specific culture, and he's just not of that specific culture. He's of Jewish culture. You know what I mean? He's a Jewish kid, bar mitzvahs.
Right.
The whole, like, no, like, not up shit, like the whole, you know,
driving that 10.
and don't get me wrong, I think there was a place, because even when they introduced him, like, you know, they let me know that he wasn't like us. And
basically, yeah.
And you saw interviews where Wayne said, like, yeah, don't try to become us.
Yeah.
Stay you. Yeah. And sure as shit, hip hop is so fucking polarizing. Just like gangbanging, you know what I mean? Like, but that's true street urban culture. You have people that start coming down that never grew up and they want to get put on. You know, you're so
21 and
people,
26 and you
not just them dudes. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm talking about rappers and artists who are millionaires and hoopers, and niggas come and they be like, yeah, I'm one of them niggas.
Yeah. So how did you feel about T.I.'s you know, when he was saying, oh, I'm from the streets, I'm from outside, this and that.
You know what part of culture is in your house?
Yeah.
So it ain't just outside, right?
Like you said, that's what you live every day.
Because that little nigga serious.
That little nigga That little nigga crazy. Yeah. I don't know, like, him and Boosie son, they be together. All them niggas is crazy. Them a little crazy niggas.
Be the ones them niggas prove it. Don't be the ones them niggas prove it.
No, right. Don't be the example.
I can look at them niggas' eyes when they talking.
I dare you.
It's a little confusion going on, and they do not believe you are. They don't believe they are who you think they are.
Yeah. Fact.
So again, it's like me and homie Shy said this. Shout out to DJ Rashad, one of my partners that's in Houston now, real hip hop dude. 50% of culture is inside your house. The other is in the streets. Like some of our parents didn't talk to us the way the streets talk to us, but yet the streets still baptized us in that seasoning.
Yeah. And
then some of us inside the house, like my pops, you feel me? You finna get treated like a nigga.
Yeah.
So,
God.
You know what I mean? Some houses, it is inside and outside. Some houses is inside and not outside. Some houses is outside, not inside. But Drake's situation particularly is not outside or inside. No, he was a successful, and success is a strange word, but he made really good money, and he was a really talented guy.
I heard he on Power now.
He's a uber talented dude, bro. Like he's not somebody that don't have talent.
He can do it. He can do it all.
Now, to the original point, is he gonna come back? Can he come back? He just can't come back to the culture. That's the only problem. He'll never be able to come back to the culture. And I think before he wasn't with the culture. He was something that we liked. Some people liked.
Entertaining.
But then it got to a space to where he started to act like he was one of us. And then this situation happened. And it was like, no, you're not one of us. And now you look like everybody else can see you not one of us. So you can be you just can't be us no longer. And that's his challenge. You know what I mean? It's been a long time since he was him. For years, you know, he's been being us. You know, he was a Chicago dude with Dirk. He on the hook and he's spinning blocks and he hitting blocks. I wasn't there, and he was in the Bay Area, the model video with a lowrider, or he started from the bottom with his Tim's on like a New York dude,
or went to Compton with Game doing 100,
or he turned down for what in New Orleans,
Jamaican and then Jamaica.
20 different niggas. So entertainer. I mean, that's a breakdown.
Not shade him because again he's a blank canvas. He's like rice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You could season it with anything. You put rice, it can be healthy. You can put rice with some, you know what I mean, gravy. You can put rice in some butter. You can put rice in plain.
That's one of the
rice.
That's one of the reasons why I respect him, because he can be a chameleon. He can fit anywhere. He can do what he do. He can definitely. You feel me? Just not like us.
That's all. And before that, it was. Man, I heard him on his song. He was song with somebody. He sound like Atlanta. He's like, what the fuck? He sound like Atlanta. I was like, how did you do that? Like, you know, and that's the thing about hip hop. Hip hop is the burden of culture.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, I'm forced to represent. Nigga, I can't wake up tomorrow and go put some Timbs on,
Right,
and a bubble juice coat, move to New York, and be like, I'm a New York nigga. Y'all niggas.
I'm a DM you like, what you on? Like,
what weird ass nigga.
Weird ass nigga. Stupid.
I'm be like, what you on? You know,
imagine Jay coming out here now. He got some Dickies on. He got some
like,
Jay-Z or Snoop out there. He in the South, and he get grilled. Now he in the dump. All his songs, like even when he was with,
yeah, that's true.
You know, when he was with No Limit, the first album, you know, he tried, but it was like, nah, this ain't gonna work out. Then he come back, and then he did No Limit Top Dog, and him and Dre got back together, and you get some really dope shit. But hip hop is the burden of culture. Like, we're forced to represent.
Yeah.
And it's fair. That's your hip hop. You're like the elected delegate.
Yeah, flag bearer.
Yeah. You represent for all of us.
Yeah. Facts.
Mm-hmm. That's why we be so disappointed when rappers do some punk ass shit. We like, damn, so drunk ass nigga made us look better.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's the thing that Drake doesn't have the burden of culture, and hip hop for sure is the burden of that, and that shit heavy, bro. Snoop is a Crip right now at the Olympics,
holding the torch.
That's why it's working for him.
Oh God.
Right now, the nigga was on the Super Bowl last year. That's the biggest stage in
grip
the world with a blue bandana sweatshirt.
And they told him not to grip walk. He did it.
And he did it.
Smoking a joint behind stage. You know what I'm saying? That's the burden of culture. So your job is to take that as far as possible and still being a hip hop artist. Still represent.
I thought about it like that.
It's that serious.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg, man. He didn't complete every side mission in America, man.
Facts. That's what they say. Hey, on side quest.
The nigga be cousin Martha Stewart, bro.
Yeah, he right. You right. You right about that.
No, that nigga Martha Stewart, bro.
What you did on the
No, when it was on that show.
Who you ever one of the homies, cuz? Oh yes, Snoop.
Have you ever been to like a Diddy party? And I'm not saying Diddy as in him, but like a party where you went to and you're like, nah, I gotta go. Like it's time for me to leave.
I've been to 3 parties with Diddy parties. I never saw it.
Right. Okay.
But a lot of people say I don't drink or I don't smoke.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I definitely, can't no nigga, like I'm not fucking with no niggas. So maybe I didn't get to go to that party if that's a party that exists. I mean, there's a lot of people saying shit. I just, it's so hard for. Do I think Diddy? Obviously, he got into it with his old lady, with Cassie. But I'm sure they've been fighting for a while. That didn't seem like you couldn't be in that relationship if you wasn't gonna fight back.
That's what I was telling you.
So I mean, and that don't make it right. But I think Diddy got to deal with his own problems. I just can't say I saw it.
Yeah.
I never saw it. Every time I ran into Diddy, he was always a dude. Cool. It's hard for me to believe he just knocking men down. I'm like, I still struggle to believe that. Like, for real?
Yeah.
Because Diddy never. I mean, I don't know how you supposed to act if you like men.
Yeah.
But he just was always on the hoes.
He seemed like a regular nigga type shit.
Yeah.
Like,
and some dudes could still be, homosexual men in that position, but Diddy just would have been. People always said that, and I'd be like, man, y'all niggas hating on Diddy because he. Then you start seeing dudes come out like Diddy was filling me up.
I woke up and it was just this, and it's like, how do you wake up and it's just this?
I'd have been, boy, me and Diddy would have been in the greatest squabbles in the world. Y'all would have been reading about it. He even had to call the police for me to pull off his ass. I woke up and Diddy on my bed talking about what's up. Beat your ass. Came here to make records. Nigga, what you think you got going, Diddy?
Why is it under my bed?
Man woke up and said Diddy was just standing over him.
Man, what the fuck? You got me fucked up.
Squabble Diddy ass down right now.
Oh God. So tell us something we don't know. Nobody knows about glasses. Nobody said
no interview.
Yeah.
He said not one interview. Nobody knows this.
Nobody knows.
Exclusive.
Damn. I always been so open.
A G dollar sign exclusive.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Always been so open.
Right.
What's one thing?
Okay, what's one of the most embarrassing things that ever happened to you?
You know what's funny? I never talk about.
What?
So like I be boxing and shit and all that right now. Like I be, I don't put my videos up, but I be boxing. I want to still describe them.
Right.
But man, my legs. You know what I mean? My legs had surgery.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll just be walking and fall.
For real?
I swear.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'll just be walking and fall. Like I have mastered falling.
But
So you know how to prepare for it. You feel it when it's coming out. You feel it.
You know when it
Start going.
You know when to slow it down.
Right? Let it go. And, oh God, bro, I have mastered falling.
You put the hand down. You break dance it.
And I know how to do it just enough. I know how to fall on my ass. I have mastered falling. That's for sure.
That nigga's dumb.
Like because I fucked up both my legs and they was fucked up for a long time.
I remember.
And I had surgery at different times and
knocked it off.
it just made the tendons were fucked up. So I had to get a tendon replaced. You know what I'm saying? Then now I'm building that tendon back up. So for years I would just fall. Yeah. We'd be just going somewhere and I'll just fall down. And I had mastered
on the date?
Yeah, man, I fell down all kind of shit.
What the girl say?
Yeah, she just, you all right? I just get up and let myself on.
So do you get up and just walk like it's
I don't even be embarrassed. Maybe the first 10 times I was embarrassed, and shit, now it's probably about 200, 300, 400 times. I don't even know that, whatever.
So you just get up and start walking again?
Yeah, like that.
But that's how my dad was. He had got hit on a motorcycle and his leg was like, it was literally like this, nigga, but you would never know because he had on jeans and, rest in peace, OG. He had on jeans and shit, and, he'd be like, shit, I gotta get there.
You know your pops, nigga?
Black from A9?
Yeah, black.
Yeah, small pops.
That's what it is.
He passed 2021 COVID.
Sorry,
Shit. Oh, God.
So, now I'm master falling. And I take that lesson into everything else.
Okay.
Falling, like I'll try some shit. Like Tupac I'll try some shit. I'm like, whatever.
Like, fuck it.
I'll take it out. Let me see. Like, I can pick myself up.
Yes.
So the physical act helped me realize that.
The Tupac must die. Talk about that. That had the world in the chokehold.
Yeah,
that shit had the world.
That was like my first moment.
So what was your vision through that whole song? What was your vision?
I learned hip hop, right? And I knew hip hop was street urban culture. The same thing I just told you. I had just figured that out.
Right.
I was like, oh, so my job is to tell our story, to tell a Crip of Blood story.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because that's where everybody gonna respect my expertise in anyway.
Right.
And I knew I could do that 1,000 times, right? Because I did it already. But I realized people didn't have to care anymore. It wasn't the latest and greatest thing like when Snoop and them and NWA and them came around. Now, they had felt like they had knew us for 30 years. They got movies and shit. They got South Central. They got Boys in the Hood, Colors. Them people think they know more about blacks than us.
Than us,
They be trying to tell me about Crips like I'm not a Crip. And I'm like, bro, like, I've been doing this my whole life.
Yeah.
And they like, yeah, nigga, but I saw the movies. You know what I mean? So it's hard to they not as excited when you just present it in any shallow manner at this point. So I realized at that point I needed to really give them some details that was outside of their realm, and I needed to figure out a conversation that would make sense, that they could be involved, that they didn't even know a Crip was involved with.
Yeah.
So it was very algebraic in approach when I did that song. It was like, oh, okay, I could tell this story because I know the story. Rest in peace to my nigga Drake, who passed away. And I knew all the characters. I know the people involved. So it just made sense. It was algebraic in approach. And again, in my mind, I thought I handled Tupac's name with care. Like I could have named the song "Fuck Tupac" because that was one of the thoughts. Because it was like that. It was the mentality of the person who had just got jumped on by Tupac.
Yeah,
right.
It wasn't like my opinion, and
from his perspective.
Yeah, and it just that was one of those things where it was like, okay, now I'm finally finna start having my way with hip hop. I knew at that point I really had a legit shot to get a gold album, to make a platinum.
So did you feel the same time with Tupac Must Die that you felt like with the same with Kanye should have never married that bitch?
No, because everybody agreed with that.
Yeah.
They was like, yeah, Kanye should do it.
Yeah.
It wasn't even.
Shit, we've been told it not to do it.
Kanye was like, yeah, I probably should have done it. So
Right.
it was different. It was just more funny. And it worked. It did great. You know what I mean? Like, that was a simple turning the whore into a housewife. It wasn't like, people feel like it's clout chasing. I'm like, nah, we genuinely say this in the barbershop.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I won't say nothing that the barbershop don't say when it comes to music.
Yeah.
Now, when I'm talking in an interview, you could get a little bit more just pure glasses.
Yeah.
But rest assured, if I explain to you Tupac deserved to die, or I explain to you that I would have did the same thing, everybody in a barbershop where I get my hair cut,
Didn't already talk.
we already agreed that this is the same thing will happen.
Yeah.
If I told you Kanye should have never married that bitch, rest assured, everybody in my motherfucking barbershop say the same thing. Because I represent this LA culture through and through, this West Coast, this LA culture through and through, everything. It ain't a barbershop I went to that niggas like, man, shit, he should have married this bitch.
Oh, God.
Ain't a barbershop I went to in the city, no matter where I got my hair cut, if I'm in Swans, wherever I'm at getting my fucking hair cut, anywhere in the motherfucking world, I ain't never heard a nigga say, man, if Tupac would stop me, I'd have been fucking just got his autograph.
Right.
No, niggas like, I'm busting.
Yeah.
So
Oh, God.
I find my strength in representing like our whole city.
What we stand for as
a coach.
Yeah.
And another funny thing that I see. All right, G, just give us your top 5 in the NBA. And then I'm going to ask you what question I got after that.
Magic Johnson.
It's number one.
Michael
It's from
Jordan.
top to bottom.
Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron James. Tim Duncan. Bill Russell.
Okay. Why is Magic number one?
So Magic the only one behaves. Magic the only one behaves. That nigga beat the Celtics and they. He really did though. Niggas laughing and shit. Back when I was young, my nigga, this is the thing about getting old. Tim, you remember when I was 20 something? You was a baby. Nigga, when I was young, like that's 11, 12. When Magic Johnson, I was probably 10 or 11. Everybody you heard get HIV died from AIDS, right? Probably close to when they told you. Easy felt like he died 6 weeks later. It felt like. Probably was closer to 6 months, but hard to ask. Anytime you heard of Freddie Mercury, anytime you heard a nigga, a motherfucking person have HIV, they end up dying for AIDS in a year. My nigga Magic ticking 30-some fucking years later. Right now.
Going crazy with
Wait. That ain't, to me, the crazy part was the nigga did a blood drive. I said, oh yeah, this nigga.
Hold up. The crazy part is that nigga didn't lose his wife.
Right.
And she don't got AIDS.
Yeah.
Man, that nigga the coldest player. Shout out, she's a stomp down woman, you feel me? So,
facts.
Man, you gotta be a different nigga to stand by this nigga like that. Man, that nigga
Yeah.
Magic is the ultimate player, for real.
So you just going off the court accolades too.
I'm talking about off the court. I ain't gotta talk about when we get on the court. Nigga,
Yeah, you ain't got my thing.
in 10 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Nigga career got cut short in year 12. This is LeBron 29th year. This nigga only got 4 championships.
Yeah.
Magic got 12 seasons,
Yeah.
been to the NBA Finals 9, 10 times, won 5 championships, and in the year he retired, he had just lost to the Bulls. He had came back and whooped on them niggas too.
Right. You're crazy on them.
Why
ain't Kobe? Oh, I got it.
Hey.
Why isn't Kobe in your top 5? That's my question.
Because Michael Jordan is my top 5.
Okay, I thought of that answer before I even asked. Oh god.
Well, it's not, and I don't like Michael Jordan because obviously I like Kobe way more. But I'm just being, if we being on
Yeah. Nah, that's
yeah,
right. Kobe is Michael Jordan.
You can't throw him in?
Yeah.
No, because I can't really.
Because then he would have to pick between Michael and Kobe.
Yeah, he's a shooting guard.
I feel that.
That's fair.
So you just going off of like damn near starting 5 basically.
I mean, that's the only way professional basketball is played in positions. So how could you ignore it when you naming your 5?
But I'm saying if you not naming it like a starting 5, are you putting Kobe in there?
If we say my favorite players, yeah, Kobe would be in there.
So Kobe would be what for your favorite? Your favorite players. What's your top favorite players then?
That's a great question. Magic Johnson.
So you finna make him have to pick between Kobe and Michael?
No, because I hate Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
Fuck
You
Michael
did just say that.
Them niggas killed his daddy. He ain't do nothing to that nigga. I ain't fuck with Mike. I don't even like Mike. I like Mike shoot. Listen, Michael Jordan is what he is. That nigga fantastic, but he a bullshit ass nigga.
Yeah.
For sure. My favorite five would be Magic Johnson, Shaq being there, Kobe is for sure gonna be right there, Charles Barkley is gonna be right there, and favorite. Who did I really, really like? Probably be a nigga like Michael Cooper.
Michael Cooper Lou.
Yeah.
If I have the
Really, you could just put the Showtime starting five right there.
yeah,
If
basically.
we really want to do it, you know what I mean?
If I had to choose my favorite player, my top five favorite players would probably be Kobe. I go AI. I go P Mac. Joe Johnson used to be cold.
Charles Barkley might be the only non-Laker I liked.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I love that nigga Charles Barkley.
Did you like AI?
No, that's Kobe time.
Yeah, I know, but I like AI because
any nigga that went against Lakers,
yeah,
that was competing with it. See, Charles Barkley couldn't whoop us. We didn't even see him never in no final.
nigga, the Sixers couldn't either.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
no, we played the Sixers.
Yeah, but they couldn't whoop us. They just gave us
Yeah,
one win. That's
I don't
it.
like that.
One loss. We only took one L that whole playoff. We only took one
You
L.
competing with my nigga,
Okay.
I'm not fucking with you.
Okay.
That's the only reason Steph can get room with me right now. Because we never was good when he was good.
Yeah.
That's why LeBron
yeah.
can't get nothing with me. Nigga.
Why?
Because they was saying your name when they were saying my nigga name when my nigga was winning it.
Yeah. But why do you feel like that about Bron though, G? He didn't gave us a chip. He gave us a chip.
I'm grateful.
I feel like that was a
Bubble ring.
yeah.
You can't call it that if NBA players are literally saying like this is the hardest championship they won. They have.
Niggas lying.
But yeah,
Oh my God! So these niggas all lying.
Push that?
What are they pushing it for? They lost. We won.
Everybody care about making LeBron look better. I'm good. Look, LeBron is an awesome nigga. Let's clear it. You know we got a real conversation right now.
Yeah, thank you. Let's get into this.
Let's do it.
I do not like this. I do not dislike LeBron James. I don't fuck with LeBron because obviously he was in the league at the same time Kobe was doing his thing and niggas was saying he was better than my nigga. I didn't like that. Right? So that's not no thing though. I'm saying I don't have a problem with him, but I'm saying I don't fuck with you like that.
Yeah.
Now that's not to say you not great and you not the nigga, right? Him getting his son in the league, I think that's awesome. I hate he came to our fucking team. I think we could have took a gamble on a better pick. But look, man, if a nigga want to play with his son, cool. I don't like the fact that his fans are delusional and they just get out of control. Like my nigga actually beat AIDS. My nigga did that. And you would think LeBron did that the way these niggas talk. Or LeBron died for their sins and sometimes we just clash. We just clash. That's all. Me and LeBron fans clash. It's not LeBron. LeBron is one of them type of dudes you couldn't even dislike him.
Yeah.
He's just such a good kind of decent guy that she's like, yo, it's Bron.
So if we since we won that chip, you ain't like.
So you just an LA fan.
That's it.
Yeah.
You just an LA.
Yeah, LA everything.
Okay. All right.
I'm biased.
I
I
got
don't care. He put on that Laker jersey. I'm like, fuck, he rocking with us. Yeah, he broke that
And I
record.
think that's cool too, but also his fans make it unbearable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not him. He is cool.
Yeah.
I could fuck with LeBron. You know what I mean? Like as a person, like if I seen him at the little thing for that shit.
Oh yeah.
You know
The concert.
pop out.
Yeah, the pop out.
I saw cuz it was like, oh, there go Bron. That was cool. He was there.
Right.
But his fans, man, them niggas be tripping. And they make him unbearable sometimes.
Yeah.
Them owls in your chat be unbearable, huh?
Boy, that's why we putting them dead owls up there. Them niggas mad.
G Cole, they be in this chat.
know
Ow,
what?
ow, on Twitter. Ow.
That's another one. Like Drake. Drake is a guy I don't dislike. Nobody could dislike Drake.
So they like 1-1.
Well, that neither guy, like I don't have Drake always been cool to me. Like he ain't never been shitty to me. And I don't really dislike him. Even when I'm saying he's not hip hop, I'm like, bro, I'm just giving you a diagnosis based off what I've learned about hip hop. It's not nothing personal towards him or that means we shouldn't listen to his music. That's not what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying he's just not this.
Yeah.
Now, his fans, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, well, he's, saved hip hop. He's carried hip hop. It's like, bro, y'all got to stop, man. This shit gets crazy.
It's the internet.
Yeah. And his fan base is just off the rails. So it just kind of make it unbearable. Then you find yourself telling the truth Then now niggas think, now Drake probably think I don't like him. He probably, this nigga glasses don't fuck with me. It's like, nah, nigga, I don't.
Nigga, you cool?
Yeah, nigga, I don't have a problem with you, nigga. You Drake. Like, nigga, I jam your shit like everybody else.
Oh, God. That shit, you can't, not, it's gonna hit the Pandora.
Non-stop and all that shit. That shit jam, bro.
That shit be going up,
yeah. But, if it come to you and my nigga, your head gotta roll. If you talking about this hip-hop shit, head gotta roll. I just ain't doing no lot. Brian can't come out and say you better than Magic. Nah, cuss his ass. You lost your fucking mind, bitch. None of this nigga, none of that. And he not a top 5 Laker. That ain't on purpose. He just not.
He just not.
So what is he? A top what then?
Top 10.
Top 10?
Top 10. Gee,
you crazy, man. Top 10?
Yeah.
Top 10?
Top 15.
So okay, name 9 Lakers is better than Bron.
9 Lakers.
Shit, bought us all.
No, name 9 Lakers is better than Bron, G.
Okay. I can for sure. You got to go Wilt Chamberlain.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You got to go Kareem. So that's 2 centers.
Man, that Wilt. Okay.
That's 2.
I said that Wilt shit. Yeah, come on. Yeah, I understand.
They did the same thing if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Jerry West. Right?
Okay. Just because he the logo.
Yeah, but he also was a cold ass.
I know,
nigga,
but
right?
I'm gonna give you a bit.
He got logo. How you gonna discredit this?
No.
I'm not. He's the logo.
You got to go Kareem.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You got to go Magic. You got to go Kobe.
Uh-huh.
I got to go James. Got to go James Worthy. Can't not have James Worthy right there.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Got to go Pau Gasol.
Yeah, but
it's Pau.
Yeah. I give you Pau.
Like AD is a champion away from possibly being a better Laker than Pau Gasol, but you got to win the championships.
Yeah.
Because you ain't bringing us nothing else. Ain't like LeBron won an MVP with us.
AD won the championship though.
That's one.
Pau got 2 on it.
Yeah. Gotta stack them things up.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So I think I'm being
game over Bron though.
Hell yeah. Not
better
overall.
Laker. Yeah, you got a
Laker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nigga, no. LeBron is number 3 on the same list. Top 5.
Yeah.
He's a top 5. He's a top 10 Laker for sure.
Bro.
Yeah, he's
so
not
you
top
have him
5.
at 10 then.
No, somewhere between 6 and 10.
Okay, that's
somewhere between 6 and 10. But that's a lot. Nigga, he only played. He missed the playoffs 2-3 times with us.
Yeah.
He a Laker at the end of his career.
Yeah. Like, so nigga,
this is where he
he gonna retire. I hope he retires too.
I don't want him to retire like I want him to retire Cavs.
Just because of the story.
Yeah, bro, you Cleveland nigga, bro. You're acting for me. Give me all my acting nigga. He's acting nigga. That's close enough to Cleveland. I want him to retire where he started. I don't want him to retire with us. It don't even feel like that.
I get what it don't feel like
I get like LeBron James with the Lakers. Like Kobe always felt like ours. Magic felt like ours. Even Shaq felt like ours. Like,
yeah.
Kobe was about to dip on us too, though.
Yeah. I mean, Magic was gonna dip on us.
Mm-hmm.
That's basketball.
LA stressful. Make
These young. That's why we telling these young niggas come here, and then they got all this pressure on them, and they got all these models in the club and all that stuff. That shit, that LA lifestyle is different.
Maybe throwing the neighborhood tomorrow.
Talk about neighborhood. What about Gunna? What you think Gunna? Gunna was throwing up neighborhood too, huh?
Yeah, but Gunna, man. Poor Gunna, man.
Poor Gunna.
Because he told, but everybody's saying he not like that, and they knew he wasn't like that. I'm like, why would y'all not tell me he not like that? Like, my thing is you like that?
Right.
You really with it.
If you ain't like that, and you really was with Thug, and you just a rapper, and Thug and them just, they doing some bullshit, and you just a rapper, I ain't got nothing to say.
They co-signed you and shit.
You know what I'm saying? But if you thugging, like, you popping it and all that, like, bro, you wasn't supposed to take that plea.
Yeah.
Nah.
You're supposed to let them do their job.
Not making you say that.
Yeah.
Like, if you pop a plea and you like, yeah, I did this and yeah, I did that, cool.
Yeah.
But you can't be like, yeah, I was inadvertently funding a criminal organization. Damn, nigga. That's the whole case.
That's what they do.
Yeah, they won the first day. Now they're trying to figure out how much time can they give this nigga.
That's what they trying to figure out right now.
No, they trying to win a case, but people don't understand how RICO work. A RICO work, if they could prove you're a gang, and then there was acts committed, crimes, You know what I'm saying? Then they won the case, but they also he had so many charges, they trying to figure out how many other things they can convict him on. They got him on a RICO. That's why I don't know why people said Thug gonna get off. It's like, nigga, that nigga is going to jail for a RICO charge for sure. And that's what, 10 years out there or something? 8 or 10 years in Georgia?
And they be serious. They be on it. They be on it.
So being Glasses Malone, do you ever think about like homie, like, you know, because music nowadays, you see a lot of these artists getting killed and stuff by their homies. Like, do that ever like
No.
you don't think about that shit?
You know what's funny, man? Like, I realized really fast how much everything changed for me and how much I didn't really think it mattered to nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized how much it mattered to everybody else. I realized everything I say got magnified. I have to say something, niggas think I'm talking about them, and I'm like, bro, why would I be thinking about you at this point in my life? I got all this great shit going on, I'm thinking about another game. That is not on my mind, nigga. I wouldn't even say shit like this when I was around every day. So
that was gonna be another question. How do you handle that type of? Because like you said, a nigga's gonna microscope everything you say. So a nigga hits you like, hey, like, you feel me? Like, how do you deal with people feeling like you owe them something, owe them an explanation, or you know?
I do. You give them what they asking for. What they asking for. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm bigger than the program no matter what.
Right.
I'm not confused. I don't think I'm bigger than 7th Street. I don't think I'm bigger than politics in LA. I just really be ready to deal with them. Like, if it's what it is, it's what it is. You know what I mean? Unless we're going to deal with it how we deal with it. Because I am an elected delegate of this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Really elected by the streets, not by no blogs, not by nobody else. Really through the streets. So, if a nigga got something to say to me, I want to hear what he got to say.
Talk.
He got the key to the city.
And you got to be, you know, you can't get the position and don't have to deal with some of the blowback.
Yeah, it's true.
Shit, nigga asked for the position. They say, here, this is you. It ain't all flowers all the time. It ain't flowers and candy all the time.
Do that shit get stressful sometimes?
Every now and then, but not really.
Okay.
I think sometimes the same things that keep me good is also the same things that kind of made it take longer for me in my career. Because I'm about to get my gold to platinum album no matter what.
Right.
Even as an adult, even grown. But it took longer because I never saw myself as bigger than a program.
Right.
So if you don't use that, you got to figure out a way to truly embody the program, and that's a different journey. And that's the journey I've been on. I never confused myself like I was bigger than the program, so I got to actually be the pro. I got to embody the program all the way.
Yeah.
And that shit take time to learn. It take energy and effort to figure out.
Okay, this is a segment where we do, G, who's the most famous person in your phone, G?
Either maybe Snoop, Jay, Ice-T, probably Snoop.
Can you call somebody right now that won't answer the phone?
That you just know won't answer.
That you know right now won't answer the phone?
No.
No? Everybody knows.
I mean, shit, I don't know. Most times if I call people, they answer.
Okay.
Sometimes they don't, but usually they call me back. I don't really call people like that, dog.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Like, if I call too short or something, like, I'm asking some questions. Like, niggas like to hear my questions.
Yeah.
You know, if I call dog, I'm asking about some history or something. So they like that.
Because you want them to learn.
Yeah, Ice-T love when I text him some questions or too short. Too short to talk to me 3-4 hours, 40, anybody. Like, I'm asking them something where they got to teach.
Yeah.
I think most of them dudes love to teach.
Yeah, like I tell people, I say, G is one of the most like intellectual person, like one of the greatest minds that like people don't really understand this because I've been around you for so long, so I know, and then I know how funny you are and how jokey you are, and then but you really smart, like genius, damn near, like genius. Like,
it's funny. That's Dot to me. It's funny you said that about me. That's what I said about Dot, about Kendrick. Kendrick probably the funniest nigga I know. But everybody else look at it, they think Martin Luther King and shit.
I was about to say that though. Like that's the perspective that everybody else got. It's like, cause I be saying that sometimes too. That's kind of what made me start like interviewing, because I know at the end of the day, you just a human. So for me to sit here and pick your brain and talk to you and see how you really are, you know, just have a dope conversation with you. It's like, damn, this nigga is human too.
That's all everybody is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it's yeah, I just thought it's funny though. Yeah. As far as probably Snoop, probably Dog, and Dog pick up. I don't really call him like that though.
He in Paris right now. He probably too.
I might FaceTime audio that nigga. Wake up, nigga. What you doing, nigga? Why are you in Paris answering my call, cuz? So nah, like so you know who might be the hardest person who I don't know if they Mac 10.
Mac 10?
Mac 10 might be the one nigga.
Do you want to know something crazy, G?
Chinatown.
Yeah, shout out, I got you.
Mac might be the nigga that I don't know when Mac is gonna answer his call or when Mac is gonna call me back. It's always gonna be at these weird moments.
You gonna call him right now? See.
Yeah, I call that. Mac is probably the nigga I know that.
That is crazy.
If I'm
gonna tell you something right after. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait to tell you. I'm gonna wait to tell you. I'm gonna wait to tell you after. I'm gonna wait to tell you.
If I spend my life with a nigga not answering the phone,
let's see.
For sure, most likely, or having to call me back. Mac 10 will
that, I'm gonna tell you something.
Let's see.
Watch, I'm gonna tell you something. Right after you get off the phone. Right after you get off the phone.
Mac 10 might be the person. I had to bet my life on it. Let me see.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy as hell. I'm telling you right after. Oh, let me see.
That's funny. You ain't got another one, bro.
Nah. I wouldn't know.
Let's see, y'all.
Oh God, yeah.
He was gonna be the one.
Welcome.
So yeah, Mac.
Okay, so we said that because K-Boy said that same thing, but Mac actually.
Yeah.
No, but so like he won't answer, then he'll call me back like 15 minutes. I'm like, why you just didn't pick up your phone? I was changing the door. That's not even something you could do.
He be mad at me. You think you would call Dot? You think Dot will answer?
Yeah. He gonna answer for sure. He gonna answer for sure.
Let me see.
I wouldn't even do it like that. He gonna answer that. Cause I wouldn't play like that with him. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even play like that.
That's, you know what? I said that after. I said that after I was like, cause you know, you don't want to have to call him and then he don't answer because now he like, you feel me?
Yeah, I got it.
You playing with your lifeline. So
yeah.
No, he would answer. Mostly everybody else is gonna answer.
It's just Mac.
Mac is just, and it ain't like nothing personal, bro. It's just Mac just be doing this thing and he'll call you when. Even I think he just bait and be like, I'm just calling you back.
I'm gonna tell you a personal story that I had with you when you remember we was at Auntie Money House on 4th of July. Mm-hmm. You came to pick me up at Smart Final when I was working at Smart Final on Central and El Segundo, and you came to pick me up in the Bentley. I'm outside. You know, you call me. I'm outside. I'm hoping all the little Smart Final chicks out there see me get them. G pull up. Ain't no girl in sight. I'm trying to stall. He become for ice. Ain't no girl in sight. Right there on Central and El Segundo. Right there. The worst day. I'm looking. I'm like, I hope my manager here. She gonna see me. Nobody.
That's all like that is.
And Mac is just nothing like that. He always will call you right back, or he'll call you back. But he's just a nigga that like. And sometimes he has answered the phone. He don't. I don't think I got nobody in my phone that never answered the phone, but Mac for sure out of everybody. But he also the person I called him.
Yeah.
Right. I called Mac 10 for all kind of advice and just we also kind of low ride niggas. So I'm putting together like a cab right now, convertible Cadillac. So like he just, you know, our bond is just different.
So what do glasses do today that make you happy? Something that gets you away from just life.
Reading does well for me. Reading and boxing. And boxing is just like you can't think about nothing else.
Yeah.
I mean, your mind gotta be right here, or you You know what I mean? Like boxing does it for me, and reading.
I heard that's a hard, hard boxing is hard conditioning and stuff. Yeah.
Because it's. I think the only thing harder is sprinting, like a sprinter's workout. Because if you see a sprinter run from their neck down to their motherfucking Achilles, all the muscles is working.
Or swimmers.
Yeah.
Damn.
5.
I know swimmers is, but that's what
I would go swimmers 5,
Mm-hmm.
like as the hardest workout. I would go. The best athlete is a sprinter.
Mm-hmm.
The sprinter, man, just look at them run, man. Like from here all the way here. Them motherfuckers be right here. The muscles all in here.
Behind the ear. Like behind the ear.
Nigga just all in unison. And I was talking to some of my hoop homeboys that play in the pros and shit. And I feel like that's the difference with all professional sports is speed. So like I always wanted to offer this. If you ever plan to be a professional athlete, run track. Like running track teaches your body how to be in one. Because I think the sprinters workout is the hardest workout. It's the hardest workout of any athlete. Sprinter, boxing. I was sprinter, boxing, swimming at number 4.
Swimming at number 4.
Yeah, number 3. I think I had another number 3. Something. I think it was like long, like a
long jump or something.
The 100 meter, whatever.
Yeah, the marathon people. Them motherfucker, that worked out crazy too.
Yeah. Or the triathlon.
Yeah.
I heard the triathlon would probably be number 1.
Yeah. It's just hard for me to top sprinting. If you really seen a sprinter, man, them motherfuckers be cut up head to foot.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. And all the muscles have to work together, so that shit is dope.
So do you think Cat Williams really ran the 4.9, man? I told this nigga Cat Williams didn't do it.
I told him, on God he did.
Sure.
He said I was a hater. I feel it.
On God he did. On God.
For sure.
Yeah. That nigga fast. And he light.
Yeah,
and that nigga smart as a motherfucker, man. That nigga, he another nigga that people think is, that nigga smart as a motherfucker and he's serious.
Shit,
He's serious, dog.
Yeah.
That nigga's serious. But yeah, I believe it. I believe that nigga for sure running 4.9. I wouldn't have it. 4.9 ain't that fast.
It ain't bad.
Fast like if you glass it ain't fast for like a fast nigga.
Right. Track running
For like every human.
You open that window, please.
So yeah, I believe Cat.
And I got one more thing for you, G. I want to know how you finesse one of Wayne's greatest verses out of Wayne. I'm a Wayne fan. And you know what verse I'm talking about?
That is right.
Yeah.
Man, I was out of my league. Shit, man. That day I realized I was full out of my league. I was like, this nigga here is a savage. He's horrible. This nigga is terrible. Damn, this is how good you could be? And he did it in like 15 minutes.
And I'm like...
And I walked around in there. He's like, this the one? I was like, yeah. That nigga walked around and I was like, oh, man, this nigga too.
I'll be telling people, I said, that's damn
I almost wanted to quit, dog.
After that?
Yeah, nigga was... Because that's how I realized I wasn't good.
Damn.
I didn't know I wasn't good before. I thought I was just like average or above, just right above average, maybe a C+. You know what I mean? That nigga made me realize I was a D-. I was on the verge of failing. When I saw Lil Wayne in action, he was working on a Carter 3, and I remember that shit coming out. I was like, oh my God, I'm so far away from that. It's scary.
Damn, yeah, that haters are
Easy too.
Oh.
Easy.
15 minutes?
That nigga did a milli, bro. That nigga walked. That shit. That nigga so nice, bro. Like that nigga is dope.
Yeah.
That nigga is dope as fuck.
Yeah.
That nigga Wayne is so motherfucking good, dog. He's disgustingly good.
I had the luxury of like he just now started to listen to him. Once I hit like 25, 24, that's when I really started to, and I was just like, damn, like it made me sit there and do that same thing, like damn, like.
So he didn't miss all the mixtape Wayne.
Yeah, I missed all that. I missed it all.
You missed it?
Man, the only Wayne I listened to pre being signed to Cash Money was Carter 1. I was like, oh, this is cool. This is like a really good album.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't care. I was hearing the hype of all this mixtape.
That's what Mr. Carter?
Carter. That's Carter 3.
Yeah,
that's on 2 albums.
Yeah, I know.
Carter 1 was when he was with the last album he did with Manny Fresh.
Okay.
Yeah, Go DJ.
Go DJ.
all that.
Fireman.
But yeah, Wayne was like, that nigga like really good. He like better than everybody. Like he's really.
I remember the Carter 3 because it was me, Kim, Auntie Monica, Siobhan, Lauren, and we all went to Vegas. Listen, the whole way. Carter 3, the whole way from back to forth, the whole way there, the whole way back. That's when I was like, oh my God.
I told this story, but here's I'll tell you again. So they working on the Carter 3, right? I'm working on my music. Certified is getting big, it's blowing up, right? So they like, yeah, Glasses, you know, we got this big cameo set up for this song, this Lollipop song. Now, this Lollipop song, I hated it. I was listening to this shit. I'm like, this shit is whack. I hate this song. What the fuck kind of shit is this? Like, this nigga been rapping and da. Why is y'all picking this song? So this is pre-Glasses don't have a mind for records.
Yeah.
I don't know what a record is. I just know hard raps, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just know rap. So I'm listening to Lollipop, they playing and something like, man, I don't even want to be in this video. This shit.
I remember saying,
Look, my cameo was supposed to be so big, but I'm hiding. I'm like, man, I ain't finna be in this whack ass shit. You know what I mean? This shit crap. And they ended up calling me cameo. It's very little at the very end. Me and Mac at the very end. Don't look cameo, small one. But it was supposed to be way big. And I remember being in New York, and the product manager for Cash Money Records is a lady, really great lady named Katina Bonnie. Katina was the coolest lady in the world. Love this motherfucker. She awesome. And she was like, oh, you know, we just got the Wayne video back. You want to see it? They got you in there. I was like, yeah, I'll look at it. I'm like, man, this song ain't finna. I remember looking at that video and getting the idea finally, like I saw it. You know, and that's when I started realizing the power of visuals too, because I saw it and I was like, oh, I fucked up. This shit. I knew the first time I saw it in their office. I was like, this gonna be the biggest shit in the world. Oh man, that shit came out and blew up. I was like,
went crazy.
my cameo was supposed to be so player and that, and I fucked it up.
What you have on? You have the blue shirt,
I don't remember what
I think you had on the blue plaid shirt.
I didn't even want to be in the video, dog.
I think you had a blue plaid shirt.
My feelings was so hurt. I was like, that's when I first realized I didn't do shit about records. So
Yeah. That'll check you right
how
there.
did I fuck that up? My cameo was gonna be so clear, and I just fucked it up. And that song ended up. And as soon as I saw it in their office, that even came out. I was like, wow, this is gonna be the biggest thing. It's gonna be the biggest thing.
Okay, 2 more questions. Just 2 more. One question is, what do you think the medicine for a long-lasting friendship is for the young boys out here? That's, you know, because we look at the OGs and like yesterday when we was kicking it with, you know, Uncle Pooh and all them, and they was like, they've been friends for about 35 years, and I'm like, what you think the medicine is for that? Because I told them that's hard to tell.
Probably people you don't hang around no more.
Right.
It's funny that I still got my very first friend.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, my very first friend, I was probably like 7. So it's a guy named Jabari Washington. He grew up in that would be the Bettystone on Gramercy.
Yeah.
And we met at a school when I was probably like first grade, and we still talk to this day. So I was like 80 something, 84, 85 or some shit. 86 maybe. And I still talk to him to this day.
That's dope as
So,
fuck.
so you just really got to get lucky. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The homie Lebo, me and Leighton, we've been friends. Me and Leighton probably been friends since we was like 10.
Yeah.
You just got to get lucky. Plus, you know, if you ain't a janky nigga, it'll be all right. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know what I mean? It just work out. People grow apart, though, so that's why you can't really control it.
Yeah. And I think that's where people be like, oh, like I be telling people all the time, you ain't got to have beef when we stop talking. We're just going in 2 different directions.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't got to be mad at each other. All right, so 5 seconds to answer. I'm going to ask you 3 questions. You get 5 seconds to answer. We asked 10 people these questions, so we just want to see what your answer would be. What's one thing that all black people in LA got in their house?
That's cocoa butter.
Cocoa butter?
That's cocoa butter.
Oh, God. Okay. What's one thing somebody say when you know they lying from LA?
Oh, dead homie. If I say dead homies alone. Especially when they use just that specific.
Oh, God.
Oh
God, huh? God.
On God for sure.
Yeah.
You know, like, but it ain't LA no more. They're homies for sure. That nigga. And I start finding niggas that don't be gangbanging. I'm like, nigga, your cousin that passed away in a car accident is not a dead homie. Bro. That's not what that means.
So that don't count.
Oh my God! You know, I hear people saying that a lot, and they be hoopers, like niggas that ain't never been.
Your homies didn't die. That's
like,
not
what
what
are you
mean.
talking about? You like from nowhere?
Nigga got hit by a car, bro. That's not what we mean. And you say that. You bored.
Do you put your cereal first or your milk when you?
I don't even eat cereal. I ain't eat cereal since I was 9.
Damn.
I seen an old bowl of cereal and it was over.
Oh, okay. That's how my sister was with rice. She seen a maggot in the rice and was like, yeah. I appreciate you for coming through, man. And blessing the back house with your presence.
It's all love.
It's a blessing. It's an East Side legend right here. Real.
Hell yeah.
The only thing that matters.
Oh, God. That's the episode. You got your boy T Lau in the building. You know his slaves. And G Malone, man. That's the episode.
Appreciate you.